This video is one of a series numbered 1 to 8, which cover the basic concepts of the primary mathematics curriculum. There are two sets of supporting materials. One is the Maths MESHGuide, a summary of research knowledge and pedagogical knowledge. The second is the Numeracy for All booklet, showing in detail how to make and use the resources mentioned here.
Okay, so here's some resources now, some very simple resources for teaching fractions. So we've got a dice again, and the dice has different fractions in numbers written on it, and here we have shapes with different fractions shaded. So the idea of this is that you've got two boards. So this is for team 1 or player 1, and team 2, player 2. And then you take it in turns and you throw the dice. So here you find a quarter. So if you're playing with this board, then you'd find the quarter and you would place your bottle top on top of it. You take it in turns. Yeah, and the winner would be the first to manage to cover all of their fractions. Okay. This is a resource. Now, storage of resources is really important because you spend a lot of time making them, and it's really important that they're kept all in one place so you can find them when you need them again, and also that the children can find them, so the children know where to get the resources. So this is quite a clever resource because it uses the box as a base, and then inside you've got the drawer with different fractions in it. So you can use inside the drawer, can be used to build your own fraction wall. So you can use it for equivalence of fractions, for counting fractions, recognising fractions, and so on. So you can build up your wall inside. Okay. You can also use this side for a matching game, so it's similar in a way to what we've just been doing with the dice, but you've got small arrows and they've got written on them what you have to find. So you find 1/3, so we've got 1/3 here. You'll have a shape here that's got a third. You'll also have a shape here that's got a third, so that's a third. So you place the arrow so it's on the third there, and then this one is 3/4. So here's 3/4, so I'm going to put it to place it on this one, and so on. So you fill up all the answers, and you should have 2 arrows from each fraction going one to each side of the shapes. On the other side of the box, we've got a whole circle and a whole rectangle, and you can use the shapes to build up. So for instance, we've got this one, the pink one is divided in half, so you find the other half, and then you can match that up. Might find here, so it's divided up. Okay, so here you've got it divided up into thirds, and so on. The circle is the same. All right, so you can make the 2 halves. You can even use it and say, right, I've got 2 halves, and how many quarters will make my whole? Use quarters, not thirds. Okay, so you could use this in a number of ways. But the beauty of the whole thing is that it's all in one place. And one final resource, on the base of the box, we've got a fraction wall. So you can use the line along here. So if I want to know how many fractions are equivalent to a half, for instance, then you can move the box and close it and see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/10 is equivalent to a half. 2/4 is equivalent to a half. 4/8 is equivalent to a half. But fifths, I've got 2/5, but I haven't actually got a whole fifth there. So that's, you can't equate 5/5 with a half. So again, so one resource, one box, and we've turned it into lots of different resources. Okay, I really encourage you to get creative with any of the resources that you have. So here we've got an empty matchbox, which again we turned into a tiny little fraction board. So you can use it to show equivalence of fractions. You can slide it along, all right, and see I've got a half here, and again you can see what the equivalent fractions are. So simple little and tiny little fraction board, all right, which can be useful for individuals or pairs. More detail about the resources in this video and others can be found in this booklet, Numeracy for All, Resources for Teaching Mathematics, a guide for teachers and trainers on how to make and use low-cost or no-cost teaching and learning aids to encourage active and playful learning for maths in the classroom. Okay, let's go and teach some maths.
These videos are from a partnership between VSO International and the MESH Initiative. Both organisations have a commitment to share knowledge freely around the world for the benefit of teachers and learners.